Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, Pittsburgh, 53. Whip.
On first down, Clark. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw. Sampson over the middle, complete. It's Clark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Throwing on first down. Sampson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
That one covers 29 yards, first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 53. I'm here all day.
Here's the 2nd and 7. On the completion, this is Carey. That one good for 26 and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On first down, Sampson forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 6 there on first.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
2nd and 4. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go. 30 base.
Mike, 49.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. 2.
On 1st and 10, Dyson got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. From the gun on 3rd down, Dyson. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
And a Patriot 1st down.
On the double.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Sampson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Come on, get this. You're on it.
Looking to throw. Sampson. Flush to his right. Incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the gun, Sampson. Throw left side complete. That's Clark. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Over the middle, complete. It's Reeves.
The first down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
Here we go. 60 or.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the
And
score
up.
of Bills
50.
7,
Plant.
Patriots nothing.
On first down, Dyson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
26-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter.
All day, baby. All day, baby.
On 3rd and 2, Sampson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set, ready. To Pittsburgh. Nice show. Come on. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Clark, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Stop your whining. Check 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sampson got his man complete over the middle. It's Little. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point safely through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Johnston. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 2. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
We got three. Three down.
Fair.
Hey, turn it up.
On 1st and 10, Dyson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Ready.
Off play action. Dyson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All day.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Nice, sweetheart.
Off the play fake. Sampson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the end. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Throwing again. Dyson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Back to throw. Dyson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offs.
And the pressure gets to him again. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and minicamps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You ain't got nothing.
Operating from the gun, Dyson. It's caught. Beckham. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Mike, 53. 56. Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. Clark. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's go. 15 on it. Mike.
Looking to throw. Sampson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to throw. Dyson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big...
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnston. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. In for the score. And the Patriots get a score closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will get him one closer. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Off play action. Dyson. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the 1st down as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
You ain't going nowhere.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Check, 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 check.
6-6, bullet high. 5.
Throwing on 1st down. Dyson looking for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8-3. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Dyson. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, Dyson. The quick slant caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 62 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Let's go. Let's go.
And that'll set them back 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
All day, dog. That's it. Check. 53. Check.
Operating from the gun. Sampson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
To throw on 2nd down, Sampson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, Bill. Find him. Find him.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Trump. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 to go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sampson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Dyson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Reeves. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Strong right. 4 down.
Bravo.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. You go night-night. Some go night-night. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
From the gun, Dyson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, Delta.
Check. 93's the mic. 93.
Go.
On 4th down, Dyson. Now this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Set. 53. 53. Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, it's Clark. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Let's go now. Let's go. Set the flag. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a give, right side. Clark. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
Bravo. 53's Mike. Let's go, D.
2nd and 11. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Dyson, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 93.
On first down, Dyson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Got it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Single. I got a single.
Operating from the gun, Dyson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Dyson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it. Because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Watch twist. Safe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Dyson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. off the play fake. Dyson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back to throw. Dyson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.